What's up guys, it's Kolo here and welcome back to a new video on the channel. So today I'll be giving you guys my best meta formations and custom tactics for 23, and these have been tried and tested by some of the best pros in the world and also by me. So yeah, be sure they are going to work and they can help you dominate your opponent in both offline and online matches. So this is the team I'll be using to show you guys the tactics. Very good all-rounded team. We've got Cruyff, we've got St. Max, we've got Rodrigo, we've got Bruno Guimaraes, Militao, Lucio, Van der Sar. Just too many good players. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first formation I'll be giving you guys is the one I use when I first get into a game, like straight away. Is the 4-2-3-1. This formation is very good for possession based play, and even if you're not a person that keeps a lot of possession, it's still very good for like quick attacking play. So for the tactics, you want your defensive style to be balanced, width to be 45, depth to be 17, build up play balance, chance creation, direct passing, width 47, players in the box 6, corners 2, and free kicks 1. So why I put the defensive style on balance is you don't want the AI to be doing everything for you, because there are certain times that it's not right to press, and if you press at those times, like you can leave a lot of space behind, like you can leave a lot of space in your defense and your opponents can like make use of that. So you want to like just keep it on balance. And again, I'll explain something about offside traps now. So the width, you want your width to be 45 because you want to keep like your defense tight. You don't want like through balls to be just like going through your defense anyhow. Then the depth, you want your depth to be on 70. So why I always put my depth on 70 is because like I like to put my opponent under pressure. I like to attack them. I like to like make them nervous. So again, if you put your depth on like 70 and above, it can like it can give you automatic offside traps, so you don't even need to do offside traps manually. You can just leave it. You must not do it. It's do it by itself. So yeah, that's very good. So you don't even need to press your opponent. If you have your depth on like 70 and above, you can like do automatic offside traps, and it really help you, like to really help you. Then you want your build up play to be on balance. You want your chance creation to be on direct passing. I've not really seen anyone put, or any pros put, anything else apart from direct passing. It's just like the way to go. Then width is 47. Why I put my width on 47 is because as my defensive width is 45, I don't want like a massive like difference in the width of my attack and my defense. So yeah, I want just a little bit. So yeah, that's why I put on 47. Then players in the box 6. Why I put 6 is if you put more than 6 is because like you can, if you lose the ball during the corner, you can get countered and the opponent might like score an easy goal. So you want it to be like on 6 or less. Then corners 2, then free kicks 1. Then for the instructions, so I'll start with the goalkeeper. Your goalkeeper should be unbalanced. 2 center backs also should be unbalanced. Then your right back, so if you notice my balance, like my base formation was 3-4-3. So basically I had 3 center backs. So if you're also using like a formation with 3 center backs, you want one of your center backs to be like very fast, like quick and agile, like, so you want that player to be able to play in a right back position. So that's why if you notice Militao, I put him in the right back because I feel he's like the faster and like more agile player in those 3 there. So yeah, you want a really fast and agile player, so that's why I put him my right back. Then you want like your left back to be like one of your attackers that has like a bit of defense. You want the attacker you put on your left back to have a bit of like defensive like stats, so he can help you defend in the left back position. So I've put Diaby there. Diaby doesn't really have defensive stats. I just like him because he's fast. I can overlap with him a lot. So yeah, that's what you want. So in your right back, you want him to stay back while attacking. Why I did that is because he's kind of like a center back, so you can't really use him up front. So yeah, you just want him to stay back while attacking. Then your other attacker that's playing either in the left back or in the right back position, depends on who the player you're using, you want him to stay back while attacking and also overlap. So trust me, if you do this, like you have a lot of opportunities up front. The reason being that if you're like, let's say you're holding possession, you're passing like in front of your opponent's box, like if you hold possession long enough and your left back sees that the line is free, let's say you hold possession on the right side, like he's going to sprint like up front and like open up like he's going to be in space, like opponent is not even going to mark him because your opponent will be like pressed to one side to mark where the ball is. So when this happens, you can quickly like switch to him and like you can do a lot of things. You can either cut the ball back or cross it to the box, like anything. So it's very good to have your left back on stay back while attacking and overlap. Then your 2 CDMs, you just want them to stay back while attacking and cover center. You don't really want them to like go too much up front. If you want them, or you want to use them up front, you can just like maybe use L1 runs and send them, but like normally you just want them to stay back and cover center. Then Another thing about this formation is that it defends in a 4-4-2, and that's a very, very good defensive formation to have. So your left back, you want your left back to come back on defense and get into the box for a cross, and your right mid also to come back on defense and get into the box for a cross. So with the comeback on defense, as I told you guys, it will make your team to defend in 4-4-2, because your right mid and left mid comes back and joins the two center CDMs to defend. Then your cam, you want your cam to just like be balanced on everything, because you just want him to like be the free player that you can like maybe do anything you want with him and like spread the ball to your right mid or your left mid or your striker. So you just want him to be unbalanced in everything. Then your striker, you want your striker to be on stay central, because you don't want your striker to be making runs to the left or to the right. You just want him in like the center, and also you want him to also get in behind as well. So yeah, that's it for the tactics. Also, if you have a player that's like strong, that has like good strength, you want that player to play in the striker position. Like I don't normally use Cruyff there. I just put him because I normally sell my players after foot champs. So with these foot champs, I'm also buying a striker that's like maybe like you want like maybe like an Isak or maybe Eusebio, like someone that has like strength, like any striker really. So yeah, that's what you want in that position. Okay, so the next formation I'd like to give you guys is the 3-5-2, and this formation is more defensive than the 4-2-3-1. And why I switch to this formation in game is when like I'm being pressed by my opponent, and let's say it's not just working out for me, or maybe I'm even losing by a goal. So I switch to this formation because it gives me more like hold on the game, because I can control the ball more with my midfielders. So for the tactics, you want your defensive style to be on balance with 42, depth 63, build up play balance, chance creation, direct passing with 43, players in the box 6, corners 3, and free kicks 1. So my reason for putting with again is I just want my defenders to be very tight. I don't want through balls to be coming in like crazy. Depth for 63, I reduce the depth because if you're playing someone that's good, obviously if you're switching to this formation, it means you're playing someone that's good, so you don't want to keep like a very high line, because your opponent can use it against you. So you just want to reduce it to 63 and even put it on 60 if you want. Then build up play balance, yeah, chance creation, direct passing as always, with 43. So again, why I put the width as 43, I don't want it to be too different from my defensive width. Then players in the box 6. Why again I put players in the box 6 on this one, because ideally I'm supposed to reduce it, is because I have a corner tactic. So I with my corner tactic, I don't always like, I never lose the ball during a corner, so I'm not scared of putting it high. So that's why I put it at 6. But if you're someone that you just cross the ball in for a header and you have a 50% chance of losing the ball, I recommend putting it to like 4 in the box, so you don't get countered easily. So, and again, if you guys want to see my corner tactic, just put in comments below. I'll make a video on that. Then corners 3 and free kicks 1. So for the instructions, starting with goalkeeper always on balance, then your 3 center backs also to be on balance. So you know this is a defensive formation, so you don't want to put your instructions to be too defensive, as it is already a defensive formation. You want some kind of like attacking like threats. So for your CDMs, you don't put stay back while attacking on both, just put cover center. If you put stay back while attacking, you won't have like a lot of options up front, so you just want to put cover center. Then on your left mid, you want to come back on defense and get into the box for a cross, just that, because if you don't put come back on defense on your left mid, when you're defending, you only have 3 at the back. Your left mid and right mid will just be at the midfield. They won't give any defensive support. Then also the same thing on your right mid, but with an exception though. You have to put cut inside on your right mid, because you want to like give a bit of variety when you're attacking. You don't just want all your players getting in behind. So yeah, for your right mid, you put cut inside. Then for your cam, you just want your cam to be on balance. You just want him to like kind of like do what he feels is right, and you want a player in this position to have very high attacking positioning, and also high attacking rates as well. So like he can make very, very threatening attacking runs in your opposition's half. Then for the 2 strikers, you want to stay central and get behind on both. Yeah, so that's it for defensive formation. Then the third formation I'd like to give you guys is for when like you're playing a crazy sweat, like someone you know is way better than you, and like you're definitely losing the game. Is the 5-4-1. I know this is a very, very popular formation, a very, very popular one. Like everyone is saying they should ban the formation, but well, since it's not banned, you might as well just use it. So for this formation, the tactic is defensive style balance with 20, depth 60, build up play balance, chance creation, direct passing with 47, players in the box 5, corners 2, and free kicks 1. So why I put the width as 20 is because you want to be as tight as possible in this formation. Like you want to be very, very tight. You don't want any space in your defense, because trust me, if you're to use this formation, it has to be against someone very good, and that person can like use any space like possible, so you don't want to give him any space at all to use. Then for the depth, you want 60 depth. You don't want to be too backward, because if you're too back again, you can give your opponent the chance of going for like an outside foot shot or a or finesse shot, so you don't want like those type of threats. Then for the build up play, balanced again as always, chance creation, direct passing, with 47, no real reason behind that. Players in the box 5. Again, this is my choice. If you're not sure if you're going to lose the ball or drink corners, then I recommend bringing it lower, because you want to be as defensive as possible. Remember, you're playing like a sweat here. So corners 2 and free kicks 1. So for the instructions, you want time your goalkeeper again balance, your 3 center backs balance. Then for your right wing back, you want your right wing back to stay back while attacking and overlap. Again, this is another very defensive formation, so you don't want to be too defensive with your instructions. So you want your right wing back to stay back while attacking and overlap, so when you have possession up front, you can like go into the space and you can have extra options when attacking. Then for your left back, again, you want him to stay back while attacking and overlap again to get more options when you're attacking. When they see the space, they'll go up front. Then for your 2 CDMs, you want your one of your CDM to stay back while attacking, like your more defensive CDM, the person that has more defensive stats. Then your other CDM, you just want him to be on balance but also cover center, because if you put it like this, when you're attacking, one of your CDM just kind of sits back and like just is waiting for you to lose the ball, so he can like, you know, rush into the tackle or be defensive, be just like mark the ball. Then your other CDM, if you put him on balance, he's the one that would like go up front to give you more options. Like maybe if you're holding the ball up in the wing and you're bringing it back, you see him at the edge of your box, you can give it to him, and you know, he's like kind of an extra option. So yeah, this gives you like more attacking threat. Then your right mid, you want your right mid to come back on defense, get in behind and get to the box for a cross. So if you notice, also the left mid, I changed it up. I didn't put get in behind for him, just because again, in this formation, I want a bit of variety. You don't just want everyone to get in behind, like your opponent will be able to read you, so you want like a bit of variety. So for your striker, you want him to play central and as a false 9. So for this position, I recommend you use a player that has very high strength, so that he can kind of like hold the ball up when he comes like plays like as a false 9, and so that you can spread it out to like any player you want, whether to your left mid that is getting in behind or to your right mid that is cutting in. Or you can even, if you know how to do first time through balls, you can quickly send one of your either your right mid or your left mid on a run, then give it to your midfielder and quickly play the one time through pass. Like that's very effective for this formation. So yeah, so that's it for the ultra defensive formation, the 5-4-1. So the next formation I'd like to give you guys, the last formation actually I'd like to give you guys, is the formation I use when I'm losing the game and I need to go ASAP. Is the 3-4-1-2, and in this formation the tactics are defensive style, constant pressure, because obviously you're pressing the ball, you want to win the ball as quick as possible so you can create a chance. Then width at 80, because if you're pressing your opponent is likely to give the ball to his wingers, like play it out wide like long balls, so you want to be like quick to get there, so you want a very wide like defense. Then for your depth, you want to also keep a very high line, because you want to win the ball back as quick as possible. And then for your build up play, always as balance. If you want, you can switch it up to balance to fast build up if you prefer that, but I've tried both and I prefer balance, because balance just feels like better in game. Then chance creation, direct passing with 60, no real reason behind that. Players in the box 8, you want as much post players as possible in the box so that you have a higher chance of scoring, obviously. Then corners 4 and free kicks 3. So for the instructions, starting off with the goalkeeper again, balance, 3 center backs, balance. So for your CDMs, you want your more defensive CDM again to stay back while attacking and cover center. I believe that's this one. Yeah, so one of the CDM stay back while attacking and cover center. Then your second CDM, like your attacking that has more attacking ability, you want him to get forward and cover center again, but also stay on the edge of the box for a cross. So this is very good, because if you lose the ball, like let's say your opponent's defender collects the ball from you, like your CDM is there to just like try and intercept the ball. So that's a very good thing to have. Then for your left mid, you want your left mid to get in behind and get into the box for a cross. You don't want him to come back on defense, you just want him up there to like pounce on a chance or like get the ball to make something happen. Then for your right mid as well, you just want him to get in behind and get into the box for a cross. Then for your cam, you want your cam to get into the box for a cross again and stay forward. You don't want him coming back. Your center back and your CDMs can do the job of defending. Then for your two strikers. You want them to again stay central, stay forward, and get in behind. Yeah, for both of them. You don't want them coming back too. So with those, I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With those 5 players up front, you trust me, you have a lot of chances. A lot. It's just for you to take them. It's always important to be tactical when you're playing. Don't just play for playing sake. If your opponent is pressing you a lot, try the other defensive formation I gave you guys. If it's not working out, switch to 5 at the back. If your opponent is very, very good, then if you've done that and you're not still getting a goal but you're defending well, because trust me, 5-4-1 is very hard to break down. Once you put it in with second man pressing and all those stuff, it's very, very hard to break down. And once you are doing that and you're not getting a goal, then switch to ultra attacking. You will get the goal, constant pressure. So always try to like use your formations, because trust me, formations in FIFA 23 is overpowered. Like it's crazy. So even if you are not the best of players, you can use, because of formations, you can use it to beat anyone. Trust me, like anyone. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you use the custom tactics, make sure to come back and comment down below if it worked for you, because it has always worked for me. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe. And for now, peace.